Let's go ahead and predict the college football playoff field prior to conference championship week. We're going to start off with number one. It's going to be the Oregon Ducks. Team number two is going to be Texas currently. I believe the three seed will likely be the winner of the ACC, which right now I think I'm going to give it to SMU with the edge. Now, taking a look at team number four, I believe it should probably be Arizona State, but I have a feeling the playoff committee is going to go with Boise over them. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and give Boise the edge. So that means I am going to go ahead and give team number 12 as Arizona State. I don't believe the bottom two teams really are one of the top four teams in the nation, but that's just the way the bracket works. So team 12 is going to be Arizona State out of the Big 12. So now we're going to go ahead and start taking a look at the at-large bids. I do believe team number 5 is going to be Penn State. The next team I'm going to go ahead and give a ranking at number 6 is Notre Dame. Even though that loss to NIU really haunts me, it's their only loss of the season, and teams can have a bad week. The 7 seed is going to be where it starts getting interesting. You really have 3 teams, in my opinion, that could vie for it: the Tennessee Volunteers, the Georgia Bulldogs, and the Ohio State Buckeyes. I'll be the first to say I don't believe it'll be the Volunteers. So it's down to the Buckeyes or the Bulldogs. I do believe the Buckeyes, since they recently lost, are going to be punished. So we're going to go ahead and give the 7 seed to Georgia, which means the 8 seed I'm going to go ahead and give to the Buckeyes. And that means the 9 seed, if I already mentioned Tennessee, is going to have to be the Volunteers. So that leaves 2 spots. Well, who do I think they could be? Clemson just lost to South Carolina, so it's definitely not going to be them. I don't believe an SEC team's worthy of jumping the Indiana Hoosiers, and that's who I'm going to go ahead and slot at the 10 seed. I just don't think they can go up much higher than this, if I'm being honest with you. I just don't think they played a good enough schedule, and they were close against Ohio State, but they just weren't simply good enough. So I'm going to keep them down at 10. I don't think they go up. Now, the last seed in the playoffs, the 11th seed, it all comes down to Alabama, South Carolina, Ole Miss, and Miami, in my opinion. Honestly, I hate to be the person to say this, but I do believe Ole Miss is completely out, even though they beat South Carolina. I don't think they stand a chance to really be in this discussion. So I truly believe it comes down to South Carolina, Alabama, Miami, and how the committee is going to view them 3 teams. The thing with Miami is they don't really have any quality wins. I'm a Florida Gators fan, and, they beat the Gators. That's it. That's the only good win they have. That's not something to be that impressed by. So I do believe you're going to see the Hurricanes get punished more than they probably should. I personally put the Hurricanes there, but since I'm trying to predict the bracket, I'm not going to put the Hurricanes there. And it comes down to South Carolina and Alabama. Unfortunately for South Carolina, even though I think they're currently the better team, Alabama beat them in a head-to-head, so we're going to go ahead and put Alabama in here. So what do you guys think of the rankings? Do you think I'm pretty close to how the committee is going to have it? I don't think Alabama should be in the playoff field. I'm going to be the first to say that. I do believe, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the Hurricanes, I think they deserve to be in that spot, but I have a feeling the committee is going to really punish them for their loss to Syracuse, even though Syracuse is a 9-win team. So they're going to punish them for basically what should be considered a pretty good loss. I personally, like I said, wouldn't do that. This is how I think the committee is going to rank them. Do you guys agree that this is how it'll probably end up? And I'm really curious to see how close I am. Either way, we'll do some predictive ones later on. For now, this is just me guessing what the committee will do. And at the end of the week, I'm going to predict the matchups for the conference championship games. So go ahead and come back and check out for that. Either way, I'm Jeff, and I want to thank you for watching. Have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one.